Hello everyone. Today we'll solve a question from some basic concepts of chemistry which is asked in 2019 mains April session में पूछा गया क्वेश्चन है ये. The question is, for the reaction nitrogen gas reacts with 3 moles of hydrogen to produce 2 moles of ammonia gas. Identify the dihydrogen as a limiting reagent in the following reaction mixtures. So 4 options are given. Option A is 56 grams of nitrogen, 10 grams of hydrogen. Option B is 35 grams of nitrogen, 8 grams of hydrogen. Option C is 14 grams of nitrogen, 4 grams of hydrogen. Option D is 28 grams of nitrogen, 6 grams of hydrogen. So these are the 4 options given to us. First of all, we should understand what is limiting reagent. Limiting reagent is the reactant which runs out, completely consume जो पहले सबसे पहले हो जाएगा, that is what we call it as limiting reagent. According to the reaction, 1 mole of nitrogen reacting with 3 moles of hydrogen and producing 2 moles of ammonia. This is N2, this is H2, this is ammonia formed in this reaction. Their simple ratio is 1:3:2. It means 1 mole of nitrogen reacts with 3 moles of hydrogen and produces 2 moles of ammonia. This is the simplest ratio. Just we have to check whether the given masses when converted into moles are in the same ratio or not. If they are in the same ratio, we don't say anything is neither of them acts like a limiting reagent. If any one of them is lesser than the simplest ratio like this, so we should consider it as a limiting reagent. सबसे पहले जो खत्म हो जाता है वो limiting reagent होगा. What I'll do, for ease of calculations, I multiply all these numbers by 2 so that I'll get 2:6:4. This is another possibility. So these are the 2 possibilities. We'll see that. Before that, we shall calculate number of moles of given samples. Number of moles in the given samples calculate करेंगे. First of all, first option A में देखेंगे 56 grams of nitrogen. So 56 grams divided by 28 is the molar mass of nitrogen, gives us 2 moles. Right? So this is for nitrogen. And 10 grams of hydrogen divided by 2 grams of its molar mass, which is of course 5 moles. So these are the moles of first hydrogen and nitrogen का moles है. Option B में moles क्या हुए देखेंगे. 35 grams of nitrogen, so that is 35 divided by 28 equals to 1.25 आएगा. 1.25 moles of nitrogen and 8 grams of hydrogen, 8 upon 2 equals to 4 moles. Right? So in first option we got 2 moles and 5 moles. In second option we have 1.25 and 4 moles. In option C, we have 14 grams of nitrogen, that is 14 divided by 28 equals to 0.5 mole. Another is 4 divided by 2 equals to 2 moles. मैंने moles calculate कर रहा हूँ. Option D देखेंगे. Option D में we have got 28 grams of nitrogen, 28 divided by 28 equals to 1 mole. And 6 grams of hydrogen divided by 2 equals to 3 moles. So these are the moles. In first option we have 2:2.5 moles. In B option we have 1.25 and 4. In C option 0.5 and 2. In D option we have 1 and 3. Just we need to compare these values with these fractions. If they are in the same ratio, So we don't consider them as a limiting reagent. Otherwise, we consider them as limiting reagents. So let us see the first option here. First option में 2 moles of nitrogen है. If 2 moles of nitrogen is used, how many moles of hydrogen is required? 6 moles of hydrogen is required. But in first option, 56 grams of nitrogen equals to 2 moles and 10 grams of hydrogen is 5 moles. The required is 2:5, 2:6, and the given is 2:5. Obviously, hydrogen is less here. That's why the hydrogen is acting as a limiting reagent in case 1. So, answer for this question is obviously the first option ही होना चाहिए. First option is the right answer for this question. Let us also compare the rest. ऑप्शन बी में देख लीजिए, ये 1.25 ग्राम्स है. 1.25 को मैं 3 से मल्टीप्लाई, इसका 3 टाइम्स कितना होना चाहिए? 3.75 होना चाहिए. इसका 3 टाइम्स कितना होगा? सो 3.75, वी हैव मोर देन दैट. 0.5 है, इसका 3 टाइम्स 1.5 है, वी हैव मोर देन दैट. 1 का 3 टाइम्स है. सो इन बी टू सी ऑप्शंस हाइड्रोजन इज नॉट ए लिमिटिंग रिएजेंट. ओनली इन ऑप्शन ए में हाइड्रोजन इज एक्टिंग लाइक ए limiting reagent, since the number of moles of hydrogen are lesser than what we required. Required are 2:6 required, but given are 2:5. So that's why hydrogen is acting like a limiting reagent. Option 1 is the right answer. Thank you.